All right. What's up, YouTube? What is up? What are y'all doing out there in today's world? In today's horrible world? This is Young Kings. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all know that. But, damn, where was I going with this shit? If I keep cussing, they're gonna not make this video kid friendly. Oh, okay, yeah, I know where I was going with it. I was watching a video by Savvy Guy. I don't know if y'all know Savvy Guy, but I was watching a video by Savvy Guy. And to give you some backstory, I know who Savvy Guy is. I always watch his videos. I don't never really comment or anything, but I always watch his videos. Been watching his videos for a long time, but he brought up an interesting fact that I want to give my own opinion on. And he made it, as in of right now, as in the making of this video, he made it 16 hours ago. And it was titled, "Why He's No Longer Christian." Now I watched the video and all of that, but I want to give my own opinion on it. Not per se on the video, but just on the title itself. Just my opinion on Christianity. I started out as a Christian as well. I remember I was, I think, about 9 or 8 years old when I went to church for the first time. And the preacher was explaining to me and the other children in the room about Christianity and about its, the culture, and the heaven and hell thing, which really drew me in. And right then and there, I became a Christian. Mostly because I was afraid of the hell part, but I also agreed with a lot of the logic that was explained to me, even as a kid, about treating people how you want to be treated, love others as you love yourself, do unto others as you want to done unto them, reconciling and paying back all your dues to people you've wronged and all that. I became a Christian because of the fear of hell, and I kind of agree with the ideology even at a young age. But now that I'm twice that age from when I first met Christianity, I'm starting to look at the world differently. And I don't think Christianity is the best lifestyle for me anymore. I used to when I was younger, but I don't think it is anymore. And I'm not getting on YouTube to bash God or any deity from religion. I'm just here to give my opinion. When you go through so much hell and turmoil, when you're an undesirable and told a million times you're unwanted, you're ugly, you're this, you're that, you're a monster, you're stupid, you're lame, you're weird. When you go through life like that, and then when you go through life also receiving that, and then at the same time you see other people who are the worst characters of man that mankind has to offer get celebrated, they get rich, they get ahead of you in life, they get everything, it starts to make you question Christianity. When you go through life and you see the worstest characters of people get rewarded in some of the best ways possible, you start to question Christianity. And dare I say it, you start to question the validity or the extent of the power of the light. You know, a lot of times I think this world is governed by just pure nature. I think the world is governed by nature, by the laws of nature, not the laws of religion. The laws of nature says that the strong and the weak, there's a big difference. The strong will always win and survive and dominate, and the weak will always perish. That's the laws of nature. The strong will consume the weak. That's why you have predators and prey. Predators will always consume the weak. But there is those exceptions to the world rule where the predators are overtaken by the weak, by the prey. I'm not here to bash Christianity or anything. I'm just saying that I'm venturing out to other aspects of the world that we live in. And I'm starting to believe in more of the universe, you know, like our existence is based off of these set of rules and not a divine unseen rule. You know what I mean? All my life, I've witnessed the worstest characters of people. I'm talking about the worst characters of people. You can give them the shirt off your back and they will turn around and rob you blind. Or probably shoot you in the back. But these same people are rewarded handsomely, might I add. They family love them. They got a big ass friend group. I'm gonna stop cussing. But they got a big old friend group. Of course, females love them. Actually, even the government cuts them a break when they run into some trouble and have to face the criminal justice system. They get a lot of breaks. But you or me, a person who isn't like that, we get all the bad things. We're disowned by our family. No females. If we commit one itty bitty crime, we're hit with the book. I mean, somebody explain that to me. How can you believe in Christianity when the world operates like this, you know? How can you believe in the Bible when the world operates in that manner? I mean, they say that there's a being that's all powerful, but I mean, is he really all that powerful? As if he was, none of this would be going on. There's so much starvation and war and desolation and misery and unfairness in the world. But yet we're supposed to believe that this being is all powerful and he controls everything. Why is he allowing this to happen? And then I started venturing out and I'm like, well, maybe there's another explanation. Instead of bashing Christianity and instead of bashing their ideal of their God, maybe there's another explanation. And I think the world is just governed by a different set of rules. I call it the universal rules. the strong, the genetically superior, they will always be on top. The ones with the most resources, they'll always be on top. You know, I learned about this world a long time ago. Power corrupts. And those that were born into power or achieved it in some shape, form, or fashion, they'll do anything to maintain that power. Because I believe even they understand that. The most good-hearted person, once they receive power, will do anything to keep it. Even corrupt their own being. They may commit murder. They may do a lot of stuff. I think this world is governed by a unilateral principle of the weak will be killed off and the strong will only survive. I mean, think about it. How do you think civilizations survived? If you look in history, there was a pattern of ancient civilizations always off their own, the weaker ones, and keeping the strong. If you look at civilization before it became what it is today, you could see the subtle practices that ancient civilizations across the globe practice. And 9 times out of 10, they always offed off the weak and kept the strong. But Christianity teaches something different. Now, even though Christianity teaches something different, you don't see none of that. You don't see none of that. You don't see none of Christianity's teaching. In fact, the ones that claim to be Christian are the ones you need to really watch out for. Look, all I'm saying is I kind of agree with Savage on this one. Why he stopped believing in Christianity. Sometimes I'm right there with him. Christianity is, I believe, it's just simply an image for a group of people to shine in the face of others to maintain their superiority. Honestly, that's what I think. I think Christianity is just an image to be the face and shine into the face of others to maintain a certain group's in superiority. They say they're about this and that, but they're not really about this. I mean, come on, think about it. You got priests being accused of heinous crimes against certain individuals. You got priests that are demanding money from their congregation. You got priests doing all type of stuff. I'm not bashing God or Christianity and their version of their God. I'm not bashing him at all. I'm just really just expressing myself. Something that I observed in the world. And for those of you out there that's listening, if you really want to question Christianity, ask this one question. Why is it only the black man that suffers so much? Why does the whole world hate us? Why are we not wanted by women? Why are we treated the way we treated by the government? Ask yourself them questions. And then look in the Bible and see if you can find the answer. There is no answer. Because the Bible don't have an answer for why it seems like black men are the only ones that are born into a world that absolutely hates them, man and female. 9 times out of 10, when you see people online complaining about women, it's a black person. We're hated. We're the only race of people that can't go into certain countries if we wanted to do passport bros or travel, because we may be killed just because we're black. I mean, where does the Bible explain that? Where does Christianity explain that? They explain everything else but that. And it's the number one thing that is a mystery to me. Why are black men, black people hated so much, but yet religion all across the world is silent on that aspect? Every black nation in the world is poor. Black Americans are completely insane. But yet the Bible keeps its mouth closed about that. Religion keeps its mouth closed, but it'll talk about every other calamity and hardship of any other race. Come on, man. Y'all need to start thinking. I don't think religion has anything. I don't think religion is just, I think religion is just an image. It's just an image to prop up a race of people or a group of people to make them look better in the eyes of the in the global scene. Because even not only does the whole world hate us, it damn near seems like God hates us too. And we were just born as a black person. We don't know what the fuck happened in the past. We don't know what we did. But yet we're hated nevertheless. And the shit ain't letting up. It's getting worse. We can't go into certain stores. We can't walk down the street without being fucked with by the police. We can't go to certain countries because they hate our black asses. I done cussed again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure this video is not kid friendly. I mean, come on, y'all. And you can't find nowhere in any religion in the world that explains why black people are the most hated, the poorest. What the hell did we do? I don't know. Like I said, Seven Guy brought up a good example. He brought up a good topic. And I've always wondered that. I'm like, well, when you think about it, you have to look at religion as it pertains to you. And you can't find nowhere in the Bible where it talks about black people. Anywhere. Not just black Americans, but Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians. You can't find that. It won't talk about it. But yet we're the ones that suffer more than any other race. We're the most hated. Anyway, y'all, that's enough for my rant. I'm not telling you not to be a Christian. I'm not against Christians. I'm telling you right now, I would love to believe in a God that is holy and pure. I would love that. So I can pray to him and tell him everything that's wrong, that I'm going through, and that's wrong with the world. I would love to believe in a God. I would love for a God that Christianity describes to exist. I would love that. I would pray to him every day, multiple times a day. And confess and tell him everything that I've been thinking. But it just don't seem logical. This loving God is supposed to exist, but all this stuff going on in the world, and then he doesn't even take the time out of his busy schedule to address the circumstances of black people, especially black Americans, especially black men, at all. I feel like he hates us if he do exist, and we don't even know what we did to him. We were just born. And we didn't have no control over that either. Because I'm pretty sure if I had control over being born as a black man, I would have refused without a second thought. Nah. This is one of the reasons why I've been looking into get myself castrated and stuff. Because I damn sure ain't going to bring no black child or mixed child into this world. Damn sure ain't going to do that. Yeah, this video ain't going to be kid friendly because I'm cussing a lot. But I damn sure ain't going to do that. I've already made up my mind. I'm not bringing a child in this world. Even if I meet a woman. I did meet a woman, but even if, and she did say she wanted to have children, but I don't want to have children. I'm not bringing no, I'm going to make the choice for my child, because I don't want my child to be born, and then later on, when in his teenage years, he looked back at me like I did my parents, and asked, why did you birth me in this horrible world? I wouldn't do that to another human being and birth them in this world so they can be born already automatically hated and having to struggle and be pulled over by the police and shot and hated by all women and all that other shit. Can't do this, can't do that just because the way you were born. Nah, that's true hell on earth. But only a black man would really know it. And the Bible is silent on it. And so, yeah, I do agree with Savage Guy. I wish he would make another live stream. Hell, I get in on it. And maybe I should make a live stream. But anyway, yeah. Christianity to me is an image. It's simply a construct built up to be an image. To make people appear holy-like to the rest of the world. Do I believe in the higher power? Yes, I do believe in the God. I just don't believe in the Christianity version of God or any other religion's version of God. I actually believe the real true God is neutral. Me and my cousin both believe that he is a neutral God. He's neither bad or good. That's the only way to explain what's going on in the world. And when I look at the way the world is, yeah, there's a lot of people outside of the black community that's suffering heavily. And my heart goes out to them. Because no matter who you are, I don't agree that you should suffer. But when it comes to being black, we suffer a lot more. And a lot of it is due just because we're black. And then we suffer extra because we're a man. You won't find no white man or a Mexican man or any other race suffering as much as we do. Yeah, they might suffer a little bit because they're a man, but they won't suffer to the full extent as being a man and a black man at that. No, they won't suffer. They won't never know that. And part of me is happy that they won't know that, because I don't want nobody to have to experience this. For what? We shouldn't have to experience this, but we are. Anyway, that's my rant for today. Savage Guy, if you're listening, that's a shout out to you. You bring up some great topics and make all us think. Sure as hell made me think. I started thinking about that. I was like, yeah, it is an interesting topic. Anyway, with that being said, I'm out. I'm done with my rant. Finna go ahead and lay down. Wake up and face the new day and all its challenges. Peace.